welcome to Yardie Belly's Kitchen. Today I am gonna be doing island take on an American classic, and I'm gonna be doing some burgers. Yes, burgers. Here I have in this container, I have beef, ground beef, and a little bit of ground pork. Over here, I have ground pork and ground beef. Now let me just show you quickly the flavorings that I have. I'm using just a little bit of a scallion and a little bit of thyme. That's all that I'm using as by way of fresh ingredients for this one. Also, I'm doing a little bit of minced garlic as well. But this is, let me show you. I could have used this, which is, you know, Jamaica's favorite, famous Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. It's one of the best that they have there. I have a little bit. I always keep a little bit in the house. If you're Jamaican, you keep a little bit of jerk seasoning. Yeah, you know, go. But today I am going to be trying to do my own because I want to get some good flavors together. So I have my mortar and pestle here. Yes, my mortar and pestle. And I'm going to be putting some ingredients together and crushing them to make my burgers. Normally, from what I've observed, most people who make burger, they don't flavor or season it. They just put a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's it. You know, most people, most Americans anyway. But we're island people. We love our stuff really, really flavored, really, really good. So we're going to be doing that. Here is my ingredients in the mortar and pestle. And I'm telling you, folks, it is really, really, really flavoring up the whole house. I have here some pimento and some fennel and some black peppers. And I'm crushing this because I don't want to bite into it. You know, when I'm eating my burger, I don't want to bite into a piece of fennel or a piece of, or even one of the seeds from the pimento. It's just not going to make for good eating at all. Now to my mortar and pestle, I'm going to also add some of this Grill Mates seasoning. But what I did, ladies and gentlemen, was that I not only bought the Grill Mates seasoning, but I also put some original jerk seasoning in this as well. Now remember, jerk has two ways of seasoning. You have two ways of seasoning meat when you're doing jerk. You can do the powdered seasoning like I have here, or you can do the wet seasoning like I have shown you. All right, so I'm using the powdered seasoning for obvious reasons because I want my own flavorings. So this is just a mixture, and I recommend as well that you create your own. If you're a person like me who is inventive or creative, create your own mixture by just adding your favorite seasonings. I have some red pepper flakes in this. I have a little bit of Italian seasoning. I have, you know, chicken seasoning, different stuff that I put together, and it's very, very good. Here I'm cutting up the scallions or green onions. And I want them to be very, very fine, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very fine, because you don't want to have any big taste in your mouth, you know. So now I'm going to add all of this to my meat. All of this to my meat. Let me just get this board out of the way right now. I'm also gonna start putting on my thyme, and the thyme is fresh, and the thyme is one of those aromatics that you have to add when you're doing jerk. You have to. It's just a Jamaican thing. And you want those little pieces of thyme in there. You don't really want the starch, or stock to go in there. And by the time this cooks, the thyme will absorb in, and I'm gonna, of course, allow this to marinate just a little bit, before anything. Now I'm gonna put my minced garlic. Now the reason why I'm using this garlic is because I find that once the garlic is pre-prepped or prepared ahead, it's not that pungent, you know. So even if you use a little bit of it or you use a lot of it in your cooking, it won't overpower it. And if you bite into it while the food is you know, when the food is prepared, you won't be upset, you know. It won't give it too much. All right, let me shift my light a little bit. So now I'm gonna be adding some of my dried ingredients, and my dried ingredients consist of just a couple of stuff before I add in the jerk seasoning. Let me just see if I can work the wet ingredients in a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna add an egg to this just to aid in the binding. It's not absolutely necessary because I'm using fresh meat, but it's something that I've seen my mama do, and so I'm gonna do that as well, just to follow suit. All right. Now I can wash my hands and use my hands to put this in, but I just don't want no meat on my hand. All right. So now I'm using some chili powder, just a little bit. And again, let me tell you how Jamaicans are. We just love season up things. So once it's in the cupboard, we're going to use it. That's just us. All right. I have some paprika here, and I'm going to add that as well. Again, because I like the kick of the paprika. If you notice, I haven't added any Scotch bonnet pepper to this, is because the wifey, you know, so I'm going to use Scotch bonnet pepper. Otherwise, I'm using a little bit of adobo. And adobo is not only for flavor, but also for the salt content. And I'm using ginger powder because ginger powder, well, ginger is a part of the jerk. You know, it's always added to jerk. But again, because I don't want you to bite on a piece of ginger, so I'm doing it this way. I'm also adding a little bit of cinnamon powder. And I'm not somebody who will tell you how much ounce or what, you know. I'm not like that. So I'm a guesstimator. All right. Now, from you see the cinnamon powder and how it look, you know, so we're Jamaican. Because we have in a plastic bag and them something there. Yeah. That's the wifey. It's not me, folks. Of course, I'm gonna add a little bit more salt, just a little bit more. You know, just a little bit more. All right. And I'm going to mix again. Now I'm telling you, folks, this is going to be a good burger, a juicy burger, and it's going to be very, very, very well seasoned. All right. All right, so now I'm going to add the stuff that's in my mortar and pestle, which is my homemade jerk seasoning. And I'm not going to add all of it. I'm just going to add a little bit, you know, and then work it in. Yeah, because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm telling you, it smells so good. I have to put that in a bottle now. Now I have jerk seasoning remained in. I can add to something else. All right. Great, great. I'm wondering, should I add the egg seed? Because it seems like it will bind properly without the egg, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna add the egg, folks. Next thing, me something go raw, right?